Yo, what's up everybody, Big Meow here. On the video today I'm going to be attempting to put this reverse camera on the crusty old Hilux. I've had this for years actually, sitting in a box to go with this head unit, but I've never actually fitted it. So this is just an Android brand head unit. So the reason mainly we have put these head units in is I've got this crusty old Hilux which is a workmate, and so even being a manual, the workmate base model doesn't even have a tacho, which is kind of weird. So with this Android head unit and with the OBD port, you can actually go into the app on here and get all your real-time information and actually have, once it loads up, a tacho on here along with other stuff, coolant temp, revs, you can see that, and yeah, so speed, throttle position. I think I've got it set on the screen. Oh yeah, so you can have a bigger tacho there. You can do tons of different things, I guess. I don't actually know how to do them all, but yeah. So 0 to 100, 8 mile time, all this sort of crap. And then obviously you can do all your fault code stuff as well. But also you've got like a ton of other apps and things on here. I don't actually know how to use any of it, but mainly I know how to use the one thing that we've got it for. But also, yeah, I've just decided that I want to have, you can go in here, check fault codes. Currently the car is running, so, but yeah, just thought, well, I had this camera here for a few years, so why not try and figure out if we can throw it on. I'm just going to do a bit of a, there we go, no fault codes. Blah. So that's all good. But yeah, obviously these are some of the options you can do if you do come up with codes. I've checked other people's codes for them in the past just by putting my OBD port into their car and then Wi-Fiing it, Bluetoothing it through to the head unit here. But you can also download this Talk app onto your phone and do it that way too, I guess. Just simple, that plug's like, let's switch this off, grab the plug out. People who, maybe some people who haven't had that, used that plug before. So this is the one I've got. I think it's literally like, over here so you can see it. I think it's literally like $10 or something on eBay. But yeah, pretty basic. So you can actually put this in any car that has a reader, has a an OBD plug that in and get the app, and you'll be able to scan and do all that sort of stuff straight away on your phone. So pretty cool. But yeah, let's have a look and see what we can do with mounting the reverse camera and see how it turns out. Righto, so first off, I'm not going to be too worried about finding an actual position yet on there to mount it to. Mainly what I'm going to be doing is just figuring out the wiring side of it, just to set it up, see if I get power to it and everything like that. So first I'm going to rip out the tail light, find the reverse light, so I'm going to plug the red, going to attach it into the reverse light, and obviously just the black to a negative, to a ground, to an earth, and then I'll run this one through to the head unit and see if it's as simple as that. Hopefully it is. But nothing, no light coming up on my test light. I'll try the ignition on. So we can see the globe is on. If I can get in there without wrecking it completely. There we go, test light is on. So clearly that was the power wire, which was pretty obvious anyway, and now nothing. Right. So what I need to do the camera stuff here. This one here. Basically I need to get a positive and an earth. So I've got to patch that into there somehow without making too much of a mess, hopefully, and have it so my tail lights never work again. And then yeah, earth that out. Righto, so we hooked up for the light itself, we hooked up the, it's unplugged now, but we hooked up the positive to the reverse light, earthed out the negative, that went and followed the rest of the wiring down under the car. So when it goes into reverse, that should activate, turn it on. I haven't mounted it obviously like I said yet. Now just the other mission now is the other wire. The only other wire at this stage should just have to plug into the back of the head unit. So I'll have to have a look at ripping that out, which I haven't done for a while, but we'll see what we'll figure it out. So rip this out. Pretty sure this one just, so get all the essentials. Velcro. It's pretty simple until you get to unplugging these plugs, which are always a pain in the butt. That's there. I reckon that one is a pain in the ass that I never really get undone. Oh. Oh, well, I don't think I even normally unplug that one because it's a pain in the ass. I've got 410 mils. I'm going to need a longer ratchet, longer extension I mean. I'll be back. Always love when I drop those. Oh, that's a win. There's always one. Not too difficult though. Spot there for the screws, so I can't complain about everything. And out it comes. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on. Now, unplug the aerial so I can. Oh, there's a mic jack there. I might have to use that at some point for the. Still on my butt. I'm not seeing anywhere where it's actually plugs into, so that's different. That's disappointing. Alright, I'll be back. Righto, so the wiring part of it at the moment is being a pain in the butt. I think I'm missing something that I need, so I'm just going to have to look into that a little bit more before I can finish the install on that. But at the moment I can plug those two in, so what I'm going to do is just go mounting it. Couldn't really find exactly where might be the best spot for it, so I'm just gonna, I don't really want that to fall off there, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just whack it here, which we'll see it fairly center. I mean, obviously gotta watch out for the number plate, so hopefully you can see that with this head strap on. Headgear. That's awkward. Yeah, so we'll mount it there. Straight through the old mighty chop fingers. Black edition. Literally only has it only came with some self tappers. So that's what I'm going to use. Okay, that's about there. Not the sharpest self-tappers ever. There's a little bit of adjustment in all of it, as you can see, so we can throw it on there now and then adjust it later when it's actually working. Not doing quite. Oh yeah. I'm too old to get down that low. I'll show you when it's done. Okay guys, so here's a bit of a recap. Big Mouth did not get a reverse camera today. Not that surprising really. But where we did get to is that camera is mounted. So the camera had 3 wires coming out of it. A red wire, which I put into the reverse light. The black wire, which I ground. And then a yellow, somewhat of an RC, I guess, cable, which I ran all the way up to the cam input on the back of the head unit. But then once I found the wiring loom that I was missing as well, because I wasn't running that before, I plugged that all in. But there's a cam out red wire that comes out of that wiring loom. I'm not sure where that's supposed to go yet. Maybe that, I think that's supposed to go back to the camera as well. But then it's like, I don't know why it didn't just, like the red wire or the yellow wire, why it didn't just come with the loom. So I've got to investigate that a bit more. Once I do that, if that's all I got to do, then I've just got to pull the head unit back out again, run that red wire back to the same spot, and theoretically it'll be all working. But at the moment, no bueno. I guess the only good thing is I don't have to put the camera back in the box, back on the shelf where it's been sitting inside for the last 5 years or 6 years or something like that. It's hanging off the back of the car now. So I guess that's a positive, a little bit more room on the shelf. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not sure when we'll get back to it, but hopefully you'll see the rest of the video soon.